Did you know lawmakers say Trump's acting DNI pick could derail Section 702 surveillance renewal?
Two U.S. lawmakers warned today that President Trump's temporary appointment of Bill Pulte as acting director of national intelligence could jeopardize renewal of Section 702, a major U.S. surveillance authority that allows monitoring of certain foreign communications without warrants. This story is high stakes because Section 702 is both powerful and controversial. Supporters say it is essential for national security, counterterrorism, and foreign intelligence collection. Critics argue it can enable improper collection of Americans' communications and requires stronger safeguards.
According to Reuters, lawmakers said Pulte's lack of national security experience and the political turbulence surrounding the appointment could disrupt delicate negotiations and reduce the likelihood of a bipartisan compromise before the deadline. In Washington, surveillance renewals are never simple. They involve competing concerns, intelligence capability, civil liberties, oversight, and trust in government institutions. When leadership changes at the top of the intelligence community, it can destabilize the entire negotiation environment.
The concerns reported today are not only about one person, they're about process and credibility.
Surveillance law negotiations often require internal intelligence briefings that reassure skeptics, public-facing commitments to oversight, careful drafting to preserve operational capability while tightening protections. If lawmakers believe the DNI's office is not stable or credible, they may hesitate to support renewal, especially close to a deadline. Reuters reports that the appointment is already introducing political turmoil into what had been progressing bipartisan compromise efforts.
This becomes a constitutional trust question. How does the government maintain strong intelligence tools without sacrificing accountability? Here's the second layer: timing and external events. Reuters notes lawmakers tied the urgency to upcoming major events, underscoring the belief that surveillance capability is essential for threat prevention in high-attention periods.
When government leaders talk about surveillance around major events, they're implicitly framing risk, the fear that threats increase during globally visible milestones. That framing often influences votes. Some lawmakers become more willing to support renewal when they feel pressure to avoid being blamed for a security failure. Others become more skeptical, arguing that fear should not be used to expand or preserve tools without strict oversight.
Now the politics.
Trump's supporters often frame intelligence oversight debates as fighting a weaponized bureaucracy. They argue reforms are necessary and leadership changes are justified. Trump's critics frame the same moves as politicization of national security institutions and warn that instability at the top undermines intelligence effectiveness. That conflict matters for Section 702 because renewal debates are already fueled by mistrust. When mistrust rises, votes become harder to secure.
What happens next is procedural, but the implications are real. 3 critical next steps indicators.
Does Congress extend temporarily or force a full renewal vote? Temporary extensions happen when lawmakers need time, but they can also become a political weapon. Do negotiators produce a compromise bill with added privacy guardrails? If so, the vote becomes a referendum on the balance between security and rights. Does Trump signal a clear position? Presidential pressure can sway votes, especially in the president's party. Reuters notes that Trump may not nominate Pulte permanently, but the temporary appointment alone has already impacted negotiations.
In plain terms, the surveillance tool is powerful, the deadline is real, and the politics are unstable. This story will likely move fast. Any new statement from congressional leadership, intelligence committees, or the White House could shift the probability of renewal within hours.